I'm Thomas Hunt from the World Crypto Network, and here are today's Bitcoin headlines. First mover, Bitcoin market goes into backwardization despite Fed's trillions. By Bradley Keown and Omkar Godbole from CoinDesk. Bitcoin is searching for a direction. After a wild couple of months in crypto markets that saw a ferocious sell-off as the coronavirus spread, followed by a 30% price rebound as governments and central banks announced trillions of dollars of emergency financing, the oldest and largest cryptocurrency has settled into a range between 6,700 and 7,400. For Bitcoin holders, it's a buzzkill. Earlier this year, before the extent of coronavirus-related economic damage became clear, bulls had pegged their hopes on May's halving, a once-every-4 years reduction in the pace of new supplies for the cryptocurrency. The reduced supply and continuing demand from investors was supposed to drive up the price. The German bank, Bayern LB, predicted in 2019 that the halving could drive Bitcoin to $90,000 or higher. But hopes of a halving-fueled price run faded somewhat after last week's halvings of two Bitcoin offshoots, Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV, proved to be market duds. Matti Greenspan, founder of research firm Quantum Economics, wrote Monday in a note to clients that, in the long term, fewer new coins will likely translate into a higher price per coin. But in the short term, I'm not convinced that the halving effect will have any immediate effect on the price, Greenspan wrote. It might, but then again, it might not. Not so convincing. Nor is Bitcoin getting much follow-through from the recent rally, which was fueled by investor bets that the cryptocurrency can serve as a hedge against inflation and rampant monetary stimulus. The money hydrant is certainly open. The U.S. Federal Reserve's balance sheet pushed past $6 trillion last week for the first time in its 107-year history. Kevin Kelly, co-founder of the cryptocurrency-focused research firm Delphi Digital, wrote in a report Monday that the Fed's recent money injections just might be the start, given the broad-based contraction in economic activity as coronavirus-related lockdowns drag on. Put simply, the U.S. economy cannot endure months of little or no revenue without government support. The Wall Street firm Goldman Sachs wrote that stocks are unlikely to make fresh lows due to the do whatever it takes approach of policymakers. Bitcoin is a likely beneficiary too, according to cryptocurrency investment firm Arca. Unless global equity and debt markets crater, Bitcoin seems to have a higher floor now, Arca analyst wrote Monday in an emailed note. It is very hard to short risk assets into a wall of cash. CoinDesk's Daniel Carey reports that Bitcoin markets have gone into backwardization, where futures contracts trade at a discount to the spot price. According to Skew, a cryptocurrency derivatives data provider, the June contract is trading around $67.50, below the spot market price of $68.75 as of late Monday. The discount could signal that traders are betting on price declines over the next 2 months, in a shift from last week when futures were trading at a premium. Futures, and our own activity, indicate that speculators expect to see lower prices in the short term, said Maxine Buen, CEO of the over-the-counter trading firm B2C2. One particular hedge fund sold us $20 million worth of Bitcoin today, and they are usually right. Denis Vinokurov, head of research at crypto investment brokerage Becat, said if Bitcoin breaks below 6,500, futures traders might face a wave of contract liquidations that could send prices as low as 6,100. This cautious tone is supported by a shift in the futures curve, he told CoinDesk. According to Arca, the negative sentiment might even be a bullish indicator. If traders are already pessimistic, it's possible that the bad news is already priced in. Arca noted the number of Tether tokens, a dollar-linked stablecoin that has become the de facto form of cash in digital asset markets, has climbed to a record level, around 1.9 billion in exchange wallets. That could signal more traders are getting in position to buy. Prices can certainly go down, but it would not be surprising if they keep melting up, Arca wrote. Not exactly a clear direction. Tweet of the day, at CryptoRolly. BTC possible falling channel, taking a look at key horizontal lines of resistance and support using 4-hour candles. Bitcoin watch. Trend. Bitcoin continues to mimic action in U.S. stock futures. The top cryptocurrency by market value rose from 6,700 to 6,900 early Tuesday, tracking an uptick in futures tied to the S&P 500. The futures had dropped on Monday, pushing Bitcoin down to 6,600, but turned higher during Tuesday's Asian trading hours. The rise came after China reported a surprise 2.4% surge in imports in March, lessening fears of a deep economic slowdown in the world's second-largest economy. The optimism, however, could be brief because the U.S. quarterly corporate earnings season begins Tuesday and is expected to put the focus back on coronavirus-led economic downturn and the Federal Reserve's multiple liquidity injections. As a result, upticks in Bitcoin, if any, could be short-lived. From a technical analysis standpoint, Bitcoin's immediate bias is bearish, with the daily chart reporting a rising wedge breakdown. The relative strength index, too, has dived out of an ascending trend line, an indication that the path of least resistance is to the downside. Should prices find acceptance under Monday's low of 6,600, more sellers may join the market, causing a deeper drop to 6,000. Alternatively, a daily close above the descending 50-day average at 7,091 would invalidate the bearish trend. That looks unlikely at press time, though prices are up 2.5% over the last 24 hours. Option market metrics are bearish on Bitcoin too. For instance, the put-call open interest ratio jumped to a 6.5-week high of 0.61 on Monday, indicating increased demand for put options. Validating that argument is a positive 25 delta skew, which indicates price or demand for put options is currently higher than for calls. Bullish bets. First mover. Bitcoin market goes into backwardization despite Fed's trillions, by Bradley Keown and Omkar Godbole from CoinDesk. This has been Bitcoin Headlines. My name is Thomas Hunt. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching the World Crypto Network.